Welcome to Raj Online. Today we are going to discuss about the business analyst role in reference to P&C insurance. In detail, P&C insurance nothing but property and casualty insurance is all about. As you know, business analysis is a kind of role which is prominently used across industries for a very long time. It is majorly used to understand the requirements from any of the customer needs, followed by this whatever the solutions are we going to provide and all everything comes under business analysis. Hence, business analyst is a person who acts as an intermediary between business and technical communities, wherein being a BA, we need to understand the business goal and vision of the project, followed by the kind of business vision and as well as the scope of the business as well. Followed by this, whatever the required solutions to be provided and all everything is what generally business, being a business analyst, we do in any of the organization. So the role of a business analyst nothing to do with technology in the domain. Whatever the technology and whichever the domain are we working, the role of a business analyst remains constant and same everywhere. So this is something useful for every organization. It is not something used only for a particular organization is all about. As you all well aware, nowadays insurance industry and insurance market is booming nowadays, and the prominency nowadays was increased a lot. Hence, whatever the course I am going to introduce now is something relating to P&C insurance. We have regular insurances, you know, like general insurance, health insurance, all that. Different types of insurances we have. Like that, there is a different kind of insurance which normally we call it as P&C, which in full form we call it as property and casualty insurance. Majorly property and casualty insurance, majorly focusing on auto insurances, followed by home insurance. At the same time, commercial in terms of business I'm talking about. Commercial insurance means nothing but business insurance. Followed by this marine insurance, something like marine related these things like for ships, for cargoes, logistics, right? So where it travels with different oil, gas, right? So whatever the logistics we do across sea, whatever the transportation we do using containers and all everything, all these things comes under marine part. So marine insurance will be a part of it. At the same time, professional liability is also comes under property and casualty insurance is all about. Now, when we talk about property and casualty insurance in terms of it, there are different types of insurances that we have. As I mentioned you, first is about auto insurance. Majorly auto insurances and all everything which covers majorly about individuals and as well as the property. Means whatever the vehicles I'm talking about, auto insurance in terms of the vehicles, all that, whatever the vehicles, either it may be cars or it may be four-wheelers, it may be two-wheelers, all these things comes under auto insurance. And auto insurance majorly covers about the losses of the individuals followed by the property of that particular this thing is what comes under that category. Followed by this, when it comes to the home insurance and all, it majorly covers about the kind of damages happens for the particular residence or as well as the property because of different reasons. Either it may be because of the weather, or it may be because of the fire, or it may be because of the theft or some other perils and all that. So this is all comes under the home insurance part. At the same time, commercial insurance majorly focuses on the business relativeness and all that. It's not only about home, all that. Maybe business can be insured, comes under commercial insurance. At the same time, we have marine insurance as well. Marine insurance, whatever the loss happens because of the shipping vehicles, as I told you. For example, when there is a cargo vehicle which is transporting different products and all everything from one place to another place through this across the sea, when it is crossing, whatever the loss happens, maybe because of the sinking, or it may be because of the fire accident, or whatever the damage or theft, whatever it happens. In order to cover that, generally marine insurances and all everything comes under that category. At the same time, professional liability, as I told you, covers majorly about the kind of professional clients, which is arising from the errors of the omissions and all. Everything comes under professional liability insurance is all about. So these are the different insurance types and all. Everything comes under property and casualty insurance. This is a regular this thing because insurance is an integral part of everyone's personal and as well as professional lives. So health insurance is one part of it. Health insurance majorly focusing on claim processing, claim adjudication of an individual who has undergone the treatment, all these things. At the same time, life insurance, everybody knows about life insurance and all. And one more type is this property and casualty insurance, where whatever the types I have mentioned so far, all these things comes under that category. Now, in reference to the role of a business analyst, because as you know, business analyst is a person who try to understand the requirements and providing solutions for any of the customer needs. In what way are we going to relate to P&C insurance is what I am discussing in this slide now. So when it comes to the role of a business analyst, whatever the common functionalities and all, everything is something standard like requirement gathering, understanding the application integrations, at the same time documenting and as well as articulating whatever the functional user interface designs, product requirements, and also these are the common things. These are the common things which any business analyst do. So this is irrespective of technology domain. So whether either we may be going for P&C insurance, or you may be going for healthcare, or you may be going for investment banking or payments domain, whichever it is. So whatever the explanation I have given so far relating to the requirements gathering and all, everything is same. Apart from that, being a business analyst, we must be having a clear understanding about the underwriting process whenever we are managing about the policy administrations and all, because policy administration is one part of managing the policies and all, everything. So the back end operations of the policies. The underwriting process must be aware to any business analyst. This is something essentially important for few of the clients or the projects what is that we are working. At the same time, we must be having a clear understanding about the functional flows and integrations itself. At the same time, process of property and casualty insurance transaction should also be known to us. Means what are the steps to be taken into an account, what are the different steps to be taken, first, second, third, fourth, and all those kind of steps and all, everything must be known to us well in advance. So all these things comes under property and casualty insurance transactions, all that. At the same time, we must be having a clear understanding about how to renew the business renewals. At the same time, business endorsements must be known to us well in advance. At the same time, we must be knowing about the cancellations, loss of runs, and what are the different insurance submissions will be there. At the same time, premium reports. All these things must be aware to any business analyst when he is gathering or when he or she is gathering the requirements or understanding the requirements or articulating all this. Last but not least, we must be knowing about a clear understanding about the business features and the transactions, not only relating to policy administration, but we must be knowing about the rating part, because insurance ratings and all, everything comes under this part. Next, underwriting. As I told you, underwriting is one part of it. At the same time, claims and all, because claim processing, claim adjudication, all this comes under this category. At the same time, reinsurances of various general insurance products and all, everything should also be aware to any business analyst. So based upon the general responsibilities, what is that being a BA are we going to perform? Apart from that, when we want to transform our career in reference to P&C insurance and all, everything, so this is what generally one must be knowing. Now, when it comes to the kind of applications, what is that we use? Because whatever the process I may discussed so far with you and all, this is not a manual process, you know, right? So there are different applications nowadays we are using to manage all these in any of the organizations. Hence, there are few applications which are, of course, I am naming few applications, not many. I am naming few applications which are being used in property and casualty insurance in organizations across industries and all, everything is one guideware. Guideware is one kind of tool or an application, I can say, which will be used for policy administration, management, all that stuff. At the same time, there is another application called Duck Creek. Guideware and Duck Creek are the more prominent ones in the market, which usually widely used across industries. At the same time, one of the application called Majesco is being used nowadays. At the same time, Pega business process management has an application for P&C insurance. At the same time, Snapsheet. And last but not least, Brightcore is one kind of cloud-based application which is widely used across industries for managing the claim processing, claim adjudication, all that. So these are the few applications which are using across industries, uh, especially in reference to the insurance, especially in reference to property and casualty insurances and all everything. But whereas when it comes to health insurance and all, of course, there are different applications, something like Facets, QNext, all these applications uses. But in reference to P&C applications, P&C insurance itself is concerned. So these are the few applications which normally we are using across industries. Depends on it, because some applications were highly priced, depends on the project requirement, volume, budget, and all. Few applications will be used, and few are open source, followed by cloud applications with a minimal price nowadays for offering by different organizations. So that also came into existence nowadays. Even people were using those accordingly in order to customize their cost, minimizing the cost, and all everything comes under the picture. So this is what generally a complete understanding about business analyst in reference to property and casualty insurance. If you have any questions in regard to this video, followed by this, if you want any kind of training related requirements you have in combination of business analyst P&C insurance, or else an exclusive P&C insurance training kind of stuff, anything you require, you always have an option where you can reach us, our contact details and all, which will be posted below to this video. Thank you. Bye.